splash pans. This is where water goes as I'm throwing. And then the pedal, very similar to dry bean. You press forward and it goes, and the farther you press, the faster it'll go. But different is, if I find a speed I like to work at, if I lift my foot off, it'll stay at that speed. So it's really easy to like adjust it because the pedal's very sensitive, but I like to break it down into like 3 basic speeds. So slow speed, very nice and slow, very snail-like. Middle speed, medium speed, is my foot is almost parallel with the ground and it's going pretty fast. It'll feel pretty fast while you're throwing, but this is a good speed to work at. And then quick speed, we don't ever want to work where the pedal is all the way down because this is too fast and we will surely rings on the wheel. Spinning medium speed, my left hand is here, adding a little bit of water. I'm gonna squeeze my hands together at the bottom at my wheel and move it up. This might take a few tries, but this step is called coning up. So I'm gonna do that 2 to 3 times just to get this upside down ice cream cone shape. And then we're gonna cone back down. So I'm gonna push my left heel of my hand into the bottom. I'm gonna make a fist with the right hand. Bring your thumb over. Stop my wheel completely. You just click your heel all the way down and the wheel. I'll tell you, new tool. So we're gonna put water down on the wheel like this. And then this is called a wire tool. And this is how we're gonna cut our pot off of the wheel. So you can hold it in your pinkies. The point being you wanna apply tension to the wire. So I like to wrap it around my fingers like floss and press my thumbs into it. I'm gonna keep my thumbs down on the wheel the whole time and slide it towards myself. And now I got water under the pot, it'll just slide off. And so you can slide it off the edge in your hand and put it on a board. The heel of my left hand down with my right fist, and I'm spinning that medium speed again. Still my elbows are on my legs. I make sure my left thumb is up as well. And now I'm gonna take this upside down ice cream cone shape and turn it into like a tuna can, or like a hockey puck shape. So I'm pressing very steadily, but also very intentionally. You're gonna have to use a lot more pressure with this step than you think, but later on I'll say when, like you're gonna have to be much gentler. So there's a lot going on here. Awesome, okay, so when I got to this shape that I wanted and I decided it was on center, I let go of my hands, but I want you guys to notice how very, very slowly I'm taking my hands off the clay. That's gonna help us keep on center, which is key the whole time. If I center this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so center. Do you see how it's very wobbly now? It's only gonna cause us problems the rest of the time. So when you do a step or do anything, approach the clay closely and slowly, and then take off gently too. So I'm gonna very gently, you wanna make sure it's opaque enough to see. So like this is cute, but I can see the brush strokes, and if I see the brush strokes through the paint, it's not gonna be fully opaque, which is a look if you want it. So if it dries for a little bit, I can add a second coat or do whatever. Things I see people do with this is like dots and stripes, and you can paint names. frames or whatever. The other surface decoration option is to carve, and you can do that with a pencil. It's very easy. Note about carving, if your piece is paper thin in a spot, I recommend not carving there because you can just punch it straight through the wall. Same thing, you can just use this for surface design, and this will show up under any glaze if you are strong enough with it, versus the paint, which will not. Same thing, you can do whatever, decorate it how you want. I think I'm done with this surface design, so I do need to pick a glaze. Picking a glaze is necessary because we have to know what color you want it to be. And you're not going to be glazing yourself because there's this whole process of drying, firing, glazing, firing again before you get your pots back. So we say it'll be a little bit. But I'm going to take a piece of paper with me. I don't know how to explain this later, so everyone follow me that way.
I want a floating balloon.
Up on his back paws, like this.
Make the one from.
He's gonna be sitting on his tiny, he's gonna be like this. Little rat.
Well, if you make it just like how you had it on your wallpaper.
Yeah, they told us to take off our rings and stuff. Oh,
I recommend it, yeah. Claiming it in it, but